So today is April 9th. I'm here in the basement or whatever. You know, it's like no, let me stop. Got up, wanted to be productive. So, I started trying it because, I can't get no rest after a while. So, and plus I got good rest yesterday. I actually took a late nap, so I didn't really expect to, but I did try to rest more and chill, but I couldn't. I got stuff to do. So I came down, tried to get busy with a couple things. I made a couple beats and did a couple things with the podcast. I got to study some information. But during that time, it wasn't as simple as that. They started messing with my mouse and different things. Y'all gonna see that or hear me talking about it. And then I goes to sign in on my Facebook because I got some notifications, and I get presented with a message that I'm logged out of my account. I'm locked out of my account. So we got these predators, and then it's movement around me when I'm doing certain stuff. When I'm trying to, when I go to make a beat, I hear movement upstairs and stuff. There, like it's coordinated. So this is how I can tell, been able to tell that, she was involved with monitoring my actions, and somebody was communicating with her. If not, she was connected to the same radar, because most of the stuff is radar, on actual motion detection and stuff like that. So they can manipulate you just with that alone. Like your router can literally track movement for signal. So all these things is used to antagonize and try to drive people crazy and do certain things. And she's been involved with trying to push me out of this house and get out of this house still. But the same perverted white supremacist that is using this perverted digital surveillance against us and probably other things, because like I said, I caught her doing, it's crazy. I'm not going to even go into that right now. But what I am going to say, because I want y'all to understand the seriousness of these people without exposing them too much, and that is what I'm trying to get better at. You know what I'm saying? Because I want y'all, and that's the reason I do have to, speak just straight up and tell y'all what's been done to me, regardless of how crazy, how graphic it may seem to the mind. I think we're all grown. I make sure that I uncheck the for children option on YouTube, and I just tell y'all the truth, man, and that's all I do. And this is happening to me. Once I became disabled, these people literally tried to use these tactics and this kind of surveillance and stuff to drive me crazy, and literally block me from growing and prevent me from taking care of myself and my children, man. It ain't no excuse. And I'm not that crazy that I want to spend money on all this stuff. Like I'm saying, why do I have all these routers? Why do I have all these cell phones? Why am I keep getting hacked out of my stuff? Why am I showing you videos of my abuse? Why, when I upload my abuse and show my family and stuff like that, the next day I'm literally logged out of my accounts, and being blocked out of my accounts, and these predators are literally able to do this around me, man. And you wonder why I don't want to leave my children under her control. I have to stay connected to them some way, you know what I'm saying? Because it's just, that would be neglect to me. If I know that a person is being controlled by white supremacists, literally let their body be used by these white supremacists, then yes, it's crazy. You know what I'm saying? And she just proved more of the manipulation by her recent tactics. Of soon as I started exposing it, just not being silent and talking about it, you see she shut up every time I tried to be cordial and just talk about it in calm manners and everything. No, her defense is silence. You know what I'm saying? Or you just want to argue? No, I don't. Explain yourself. Calmly explain yourself. Don't say I'm being aggressive if I'm coming to you talking just like this. And actually, I'm gonna put my pride to the side, and you can put our relationship to the side, and let's get down to the nitty gritty. Now it's about protection. So it's not about having sex. Right now, I haven't had sex with that girl in months. So, you know what I'm saying? It's definitely not nothing about having sex. You know what I'm saying? Now, what's this? Let's get to the nitty. Even though that wasn't an excuse before, it was silence. But we ain't going to let no excuse come to light. Explain yourself. You know what I'm saying? You explain yourself. But we ain't gonna even put the pressure on her to explain herself. She proved, you know, they have leverage over her, or they have something, but they are controlling her. They have control of her. And as of after like her birthday, like around that time, they took complete control of her. I believe she was pregnant by him. You know what I'm saying? She was literally in a real bad state. So no, I don't rely on nothing from her. Like I said, she and her family needs to be investigated from the beginning as far as the situation, as well as them and their connection to them, because nothing adds up to me. Period. Nothing with none of this, their actions in Morton, Pennsylvania, and them just keep getting access to my devices. Me literally letting her go to my family events for 3-4 years, y'all. 3-4 years. And literally she was going over there crying to my grandmom at different times, like when I'm being abused, and she was acting like I was pressuring her because she guilt being found out, man. You know what I'm saying? So she would go over there and play the victim card, and y'all gonna hear this. She's completely lying. Like, I don't bite back you. And I called it out. Like, I'm like, yes, you did. At first, I let it go. But then you gonna hear another podcast where right after it, and I'm gonna show dates and stuff. And right after it, y'all gonna see her just switch it up. Like I called it out. Like, she ain't know that I was told that she went over there crying to my grandma. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, come on, man. Why would you? I'm not doing nothing. I never did nothing. Y'all see me taking up for this girl. That's why I love doing this podcast. I was in her corner even knowing she was working with him and betraying me. Like, why? Even if she made a mistake, I was willing to forgive that because of the severity of the situation, let alone anything. That right there was going to make me forgive anything she did. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I told her that. I said, it don't matter what you did. So it gotta be something they holding up. Well, she might have still just didn't want to come clean to me. But maybe they have something to expose her with. Maybe that's why her hose was busted wide open like that. You know what I'm saying? And some of these cults that these people be wanting to get down with make them do certain things to humiliate themselves. Not show them real humility, because real humility would be confessing to what you doing and what you know what I'm saying, did. But no, they try to humiliate them to leverage things over their head and make them stay complicit. So after a while, she became silent. I couldn't talk to her about my abuse at all for years. For years. I have nobody I can console about it, even the witness, and you're going to see her retract a lot of her old statements. She was literally monitoring these people with me at one time. At the beginning, she was monitoring everything with me. You know what I'm saying? Now, just like I said, at a certain point in time, she got involved with these people and they took control of her. And as of recently, like last year, I'm telling you, they started, it got even worse. Now, certain things that I didn't say, I wasn't even supposed to be doing this, but I do want to talk about this. Certain things that I do have to put in. These people are surrounding her grandma's house. They are surrounding her aunt's house. They was lined up on her aunt block a while ago, literally to do a traffic campaign on me. This was years ago. You know what I'm saying? I never really talked about it because I never really cared. But they was literally lined up right beside her aunt's house and, you know, waiting to do traffic campaigns on me. You know what I'm saying? Had all the cars and all the trucks and everything waiting for me. And, you know what I mean? I got the witness. But, Oh, they surrounded her grandma's house. So she come back to me every once in a while. She be like, my grandma, I'm losing weight and stuff like that. So I guess she feel like she could. Because I'm not making excuses for nobody. All I'm doing is relaying the information that was relayed to me and with my eyes and ears witness. That's all I'm doing, y'all. Like straight up. But no, her because her grandma even started gaslighting me like I supposed at the beginning. So like I can't as much as I love him, because I literally love her grandma. I'm like literally like that. But you know the way she did, I seen, oh, I can't mess with you. And the people in the Morton Barrow, they be at her house and they do be around. Like when I go out on the step, they be talking to her. Like, so they be, you know, the same people that's involved with this stuff are, but I don't know what kind of pressure they putting on them. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day. And as a man, I have to take all of this into consideration. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I'm not going to let that be excuse of me being abused. They need to speak up about their abuse if they are being abused. Everybody's grown. They have more protection. This is their neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? And I'm out here alone. They brought me out here. My children's mother brought, like, these people is her people. And that's the other thing, whereas though I seen I couldn't trust her, is the fact she was denying knowing certain people. I was showing her stalking me. I'm like, I know you. These people was involved with us getting this house. They was here. And what are you talking about? Why are you saying, you know? And then all of a sudden, now I got that proof of all this, and they hacking me out of my backups. That's when I started. That's when they followed me, and I got hacked out of my backups for all that time. You know what I'm saying? Now y'all about to see a lot. Y'all about to see a lot. It's gonna be crazy. But and hear a lot, but it's just crazy, man. For 7 years, damn near. But I'm picking up the pieces. I'm being strong. Still, right now, it's constant devices just being used on me to block my Wi-Fi and just cover up their criminal activity, man, in any way possible. Like, y'all see that right there. My Facebook, why is my Facebook account blocked? For what? What did I do? What did I do? You know what I'm saying? And I ain't did nothing to nobody but tell the truth of what they did to me. So when it come out, you're going to see the absolute manipulation. You're going to see just what I said. And I hope, if anything, y'all take from this, protect your children from these people. Watch out for everybody that I said involved, including the businesses, because these businesses have been involved for years. So this is not something they just made a mistake on. Nobody can say a mistake was made. They did this shit for years, almost 7 years. Tried to oppress me literally, constantly ripping my mail, working with the white supremacists. Like, 'cause this is white supremacist one-on-one. So no, it's no excuses for nobody except for the pressure. They have to say what leverage was used against them, or, you know, whatever the case may be. Well, they don't have to admit to the leverage that was used against them, but they say they was manipulated, they was leveraged against. You know what I'm saying? By these predators. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause that's what they are. They're predators. But everybody have a responsibility. I'm accepting mine and I'm speaking my truth. That's my responsibility, to speak my truth about my abuse. I got bars on top of bars. And we about to get into the bars. But we about to get into more. You know what I'm saying? We about to get on what I was working on, my creative genius. I'm going to bring y'all more into my world, my spiritualities. I know it's not me talking on a podcast, but most of it is from my mind and my intellect. I dedicated, I guided those conversations there. I didn't tell it what to say, though. I just inputted certain information, you know what I'm saying? And I let it go. And, you know, I didn't tell it nothing. I can't, you know what I'm saying? I just input certain, and I'm gonna tell y'all, I'm gonna show y'all a different version where that shit will tear you up. You know what I'm saying? Because it's crazy, and I'm loving it though. I'm loving implementing AI. It's helping me out a lot as a disabled man. I need helpers, man. That's what I'm saying. My children's mother's supposed to be my first helper, not working against me. She's supposed to be the fuck helping and definitely fortifying our children. Because if a parent is under attack, the children is under attack. You know what I'm saying? And if you ain't protecting that parent, then you ain't protecting the children. You know what I'm saying? Period. I don't care. Definitely, if you know they all about the children. Like, they ain't no threat to the children. They would die for the children. They give damn near everything to the fucking children. Why the fuck would you work against somebody like that? Unless you scared. Like I said, that is the only excuse. But it's still, we have to accept responsibility for that too. Like, I was scared, son. You have to have humility. There's nothing wrong with being scared, especially as a female. You know what I'm saying? But we should face our fear, and we should, you know, speak up about whatever we going through. We can't expect nobody to just know. You know what I'm saying? Or respond as if and speculate. That's what I was told. Don't be speculating. And I did. And I did just that. I'm not speculating. I'm just speaking the truth of what I hear and what I see and what's happening to me. Ask them where my stimulus checks at. I'm just saying, the pandemic, son, it don't get more wicked than that. Where is my stimulus checks at, Bill? You know what I mean? Where they at? I'm out of here.